What's poppin'? It's the wild boy of the city, DJ out of control.
This your favorite, I'm Twitty, aka the neighborhood supporter.
And look, man, today we got a legend in the building, man. A fucking legend, man. If you in the city, if you tapped in how you supposed to be tapped in, you know who this nigga is right here.
He plugged in.
He plugged all the way in. You dig? I got my nigga Onion in the building. What's going on, man? What's the deal, man? Like I said, if y'all tapped in with whoever y'all need to be, not want to be tapped in, who y'all need to be tapped in with in the city, then y'all know this nigga. Y'all came across him. He done put some plays together for you to link you with whoever you need to be linked with. This guy is the plug, man. We meeting to connect right now. Goddamn.
Like, so that's a big fact. That's a big fact.
Like we meeting to connect, man.
I'm like the plug.
Yeah.
I'm like the extension cord. You know what I mean?
You gonna make it work though.
Yeah.
You
not
gonna
the
make it
plug,
work.
though. I'm definitely like the extension cord.
Yeah. So for everybody that don't know, like,
and that's a Mae West bar. That came from Mae West. That ain't my bar. I got
that was over that went over the head.
Right.
And then
it may not be the plug, but I am the extension cord. Yeah. Got it all day, nigga. I don't want to talk. So
and then he didn't even have to tell y'all that. Y'all could have just been thinking he was in here talking smooth. You know, real niggas, man. We started off on a good note, man. So for Onion, for everybody that don't know, like, who is Onion? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them know. Like, where you from? What you do? How you became Onion? Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, I got two sides. I got the side that y'all know, and I got the real side. So I got a street side, which is how y'all know I'm from Linwood. Niggas from Linwood, that part. And then I got a side, I'm from Turtle Island, which is North America. I'm part of a Blackfoot Indian tribe. My grandma was, so.
Straight?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of us were. That's why, like, yeah, all that African stuff, y'all African Americans and things like that. We was right here. Like, they found us here. Look at everybody in here. It's copper tone. Ain't nobody in here no African looking people. All of us in here is copper tone. The tribe of Jeezy was like copper tone people. Like, y'all can Google it. But this North America is Turtle Island. From an aerial point of view, this looks like a turtle shell. That's what
Get your fucking Googles ready for this episode, nigga. You hear it.
Y'all gonna fact check everything we saying, and guess what? It's stamped, nigga.
It's definitely stamped.
So how? Tell us about, like, just you. Like, you are. We get it. You know, NFL. That's you. Turtle Shell Island. That's you. But who? How do everybody know you though?
Okay, I can say this. Like Jay Wills mentioned on Instagram the other day, this dick sucking thing that everybody think dick sucking. Okay, I look at it as I see greatness in others, and when I see it, I focus on it and I want part of it. Like Meet the Connect 313. Hey, I see what y'all doing. Can I get on there? Blah blah speak. Lee Cussell came on. Lee Cussell, shout out Lee Cussell. Spoke on me here. Yeah. I'm like, bet I want on there. He spoke on me there. Let me get on the platform then. So I see greatness, and that's what I go after. So y'all might see me at a lot of things. I see a lot of greatness in a lot of things, especially in our city. So I got around this because I got around the city and got known because I was always somewhere exalting somebody I seen was doing great stuff. Like, wow, that's spectacular. How can I be a part of it? Just because I needed to figure out something better than what they was giving us. I seen all the stuff that they was telling us, like, oh, Detroit this, Detroit that, or the world this, or the United States that, or whatever, Atlanta, Memphis, and then I go there and I be focused on the great shit, and I don't get them experiences that they tell us to focus on. It's just your focus.
Yeah, because I met him, and you were the owner, or maybe the lead, I don't know what it was, but it was a restaurant on, was it Livernois?
We Eats.
Fucking We Eats. Good ass food too. Let's not sleep on it. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to Pete. The owner of the building in the actual restaurant was Lynn's Chicken and Fish, but they allowed me to come in there like basically like subcontract. And I created We Eats, cause my company is called We Entertainment, West Side, East Side Entertainment. So everything for me is a we, like so We Eats. So I went, we did We Eats. It was just like for promo. It sounded not the whole the restaurant thing, but Lynn's Fish and Chicken. Yeah. It wasn't doing nothing, so I came with We Eats. It got to doing something. Yeah. So shout out to them. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
and he supported me just off, I guess, seeing what I was doing and stuff like that. Seeing what he was doing, we kind of linked up there, and then.
Hell yeah.
Then when I first got hit, when we was doing Henny and Hamburgers, again bumped into this nigga like, oh, you know all these niggas, oh, this what's up, nigga, like
Henny and Hamburger, y'all killed him with that.
Man,
coming back.
Man, it's they definitely doing it again. We definitely gonna be there again. But
and it was a good event too. That Henny's and Hamburger, I remember that. What happened at y'all last event?
Which one?
Didn't y'all just have an event? Bonfire.
Oh, they just had that's 50 bars, crowd free,
crowd
and
free.
it's a couple other people that's with that though. But that was them. When we was at Henny and Hamburgers, it was real like how you said, like basically like a subcontractor, like you know what I'm saying, recording footage, doing the vlogs and shit. But yeah, they did just have the backwoods bonfires. I heard it went nuts. Though. Yeah, I definitely heard it went nuts.
Because I heard some. They was like, you should have been there because they had got the shooting or something. I'm like, why y'all don't be praying for these events and like announcing at these events like for them to stay safe? Like TikTok the biggest platform because everybody want direction. So if you have an event or something, why don't you be like, listen y'all, we're gonna pray, we need safety here, everybody need to go home to their children, our families, our mamas, our daddies. Let's not do none of that. Like matter of fact, don't do nothing. If you have to do something, leave here. And majority of the time, the people that got anything on their brain will actually, because you kind of gave them a direction to go somewhere else with it. So it's like direction. A lot of people be like, you can't tell these people something. Actually, you can. Like, tell them something that they probably want to hear.
A lot of niggas you can't though.
If you think you can, you right. If you think you can't, you right.
Hey, this is my nigga. Can you give me a handshake, please, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Most niggas ain't gonna understand that.
I don't. What? If I can,
what you
I'm
put
right.
your mind
If I
can,
can't,
you can
I'm
do.
If you can, you right. If you think you can't, you right.
Whatever you think, you can bring into reality. That's what he's saying. He hates when I do that shit.
Like,
yeah, that shit is real though, bro. I be trying, like, and he be like the same reaction.
No,
like,
fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit just. So is that like yo? When I said, is that where the Pray for Detroit shit come from?
No, Pray for Detroit came from a time when they was dropping it shit here. Like what about 8-9 years ago? It was going crazy. They was dropping shit. Like shit was getting dropped. I mean, like, and popular people like you like damn, not them. Like I could be one. Like wait a minute. Like we need to pray for this motherfucker. Like so I went from because my name was like onion something. Then I was like, fuck that. Like we need to pray for that. I changed it to Pray for Detroit. It kind of exploded. It took like its own little thing. And yeah, I don't really like that y'all be trying to make me holier than thou, cause like I ain't no better than none of y'all, but y'all be on there like, I can't believe that you would do this. I'll be DMs. I might be in the strip club like, you in the strip club? You're such and such a big prayer and God and this and listen. Pray for Detroit came from people who was dying a lot and we needed to pray for it. Now, during that time, I was still part of shit. You get what I mean? A lot of shit I just didn't say it. I was against it that I was even doing it, but I still was doing shit. So y'all was putting me on a pedestal at a moment in time like, I'm like, they have no idea what's going on. This is an illusion.
You have no fucking idea.
Because they just be knowing what they be saying for real, man, running with it.
You making me some holy person like I am
not.
I'm
already hip, man. We like that.
Man.
So I got a question because you spoke on shit at a time people was getting dropped. I think at this time people are still getting dropped, like with rappers,
but it's more stomachable now because it's not new no more.
And that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
And that's fucked up. Like niggas be like such and such got pop. It just be like, damn. Keep scrolling type shit. Like that shit be
but you
like,
kind of already knew.
That shit, but
you kind of already knew.
It's not supposed to be normal
you
nowhere.
Can scroll. No, you can kind of scroll, right? And look at Instagram, and you'll see certain shit, and you'll be like, dude might not make it.
Yeah.
Just scrolling. You'll be scrolling through Instagram, and you'll be looking like, you'll be seeing just little shit motherfuckers be doing like, dude, that might not make it. Like that ain't nothing to do.
That's
and
true.
people be really doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
Man, like when Leak said when he was up here, if you rapping, don't rap about what you doing. If you getting money, you ain't gotta put it all on social media and showing everybody. It's niggas that's really hungry, nigga, that fuck around and say, he had truth with 5,000-6,000 on him? Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas, we gotta tighten up around this.
It's really like everybody keep thinking like, it keep getting so watered down, the solutions keep getting so watered down. And the real reality of it is like, everybody got to denounce all this shit. It's not leading us nowhere but to destruction. Future said real street nigga ain't getting nothing but some pain from it. there's nothing in this street life that you're gonna get some glory from. I went to prison for 11 years for not telling, right?
Yeah.
So everybody hold me on pedestal like, oh, you didn't snitch, you didn't tell, you didn't do the right, you did the right thing, and blah, 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 this and that, right? So in a lot of people's eyes, like, that's something humongous. Like, you ain't tell, you did 11 years. And I wasn't a bitch. And I basically kind of ran prison, you know what I mean? And I taught, I was an enlightener for like 5%, so I knew a lot of stuff. I studied everybody's religions. And I was like the person that everybody interacted with because I had a non-biasness. I didn't agree with prison or prisoners. I don't supposed to fucking be here.
Yeah.
So,
supposed to be here.
So I had a non-bias, like nigga, like, oh, you come from talking to the officers. Like, fuck you, I'm talking to the officers. Then like I had like the people, it was like Master Ho. He was at MCF with us. Master Ho was the person who taught Wesley Snipes. Like if you go watch the Blade trilogy, he the one taught Wesley Snipes.
That's my shit. Shout out to Blade too.
Yeah, they gave him his honors at then, but he's locked up in Michigan prison for life. So I used to pay him Too Sweet Haiti, Ricky Womack, to teach me like how to fight. My boy Ripping them from Bully Boys. They used to teach me shit because I didn't know it, but I wasn't no punk. Yeah. I just didn't know it. But them niggas in there was gorillas. And they was aggressive. And they had did that shit, so they felt bad in their failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they always had to let it out on something. I'm like, so you're gonna let it out on me. I need to know stuff to thwart it.
Yeah.
So once I started learning from the people that they didn't bother at all because of their reputation, it made them leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like if you over there getting beat, they beating your ass on you. Yeah. Like I'm over there getting beat, but I'm training though by them. But I'm over there getting pummeled. Like so. To fight Onion like shit, it's gonna be an issue.
It's gonna be a doozy. He ain't banging with these niggas.
They be beating his ass. He can take the punches. So like, where you going? Yeah, I'm gonna be able to get out. But so the street life basically is like this.
That's crazy.
They told us to like embrace this street life and all that, but the answer is this: let go of everything that they gave us, because there's no life in it. Like it's so of a bleak future in that life. Like living street life. You gotta degrade women, you gotta hoe people, you gotta hoe old people. Like, I ain't no hoe ass nigga, you ain't no hoe ass nigga, you ain't no hoe ass nigga, yeah. Bro ain't, right? I got my daughter here, one of my bestest friends here, right? Yeah. So, if somebody, right, threatened either one of them, and not just because of me, if y'all knew, like they walked to the store and they came running back over here, before I could get up, y'all would run out there too. You get what I mean? Right? So now we got these people in our communities that stay at these gas stations, these stores. We see them, right? We know they don't mean our people no good, right? Why do we tolerate them before they do something? Why? And we know they hoe ass niggas. We know they hoe ass people. We know this. Like you a bitch because you preying on weaker people and you won't get out here and go get it yourself, right? So we know you a weak ass individual. Why don't the strong men, why don't we thwart them? Why they don't have fear of us? Why do our women and kids got fear of them? Why they don't have fear of us? Like if you do that, you is out of here. There's nothing the judge and jury gotta even worry about. You won't have to worry about that. Why do our women gotta be not protected or feel that way, and we all talk about all this. If a nigga touch my family, this is our family. I told you, my family, Blackfoot Indians and Comanches. We all was a village. We was all here. You couldn't touch shit.
But it's a lot of niggas that don't feel like that right now. Like they take their family as their family.
That's cool. That's cool. Take your family as that. But so in your neighborhood, them so-called demon niggas. Why aren't you, for your family, just your family then, we're going to all take a family. Our 4 niggas, 4 of us in, we're going to all take our family. In our areas, why is there anybody that'll harm any of our women that's in our families? Or whatever neighborhoods our family in. Yeah. So yeah, I can go with since you're going to say that, I got an argument for that then.
We can go with that though.
It's always.
It's like, and then the fucked up part about it is like, in some aspects, it is there in some places, but it should be more. It ain't like that. Overall. It ain't like that everywhere where it should be.
It should be overall. Like all this shit is like asinine. Like bro, they be talking about, Like if the niggas is bloodshed, y'all two get the beef and you shouldn't get in the middle of it because once it's bloodshed, it can't be answered. All right, let me say this. I'm gonna tell you who do cease the beef when y'all niggas get the beefing. The police. Y'all two kill each other, one kill each other, the other go to jail. Y'all niggas not beefing no more. Somebody do got say so over y'all. Y'all don't get a choice until like y'all two want to war with each other on some man shit. Y'all disagree and y'all gotta get down. There's some people you gotta answer to, right there. So you can't say that bloodshed can't be, or you can't do nothing about it. You just gotta let that shit be. You can, because these people is destroying lineages after what you two men thought that y'all was gonna be able to handle as being men. Y'all can't even be men because we come under a conquered place. Y'all can't even be men. You beef with a nigga, y'all shoot each other, he kill you, he go to jail forever.
No,
why do they get to have an oversee over you? So you can't let this shit go because at the end of the day, somebody else is winning.
But you wanna know what's fucked up about that though? Like, cause of how you talking, it's not like that. It's more niggas that's like them niggas you talking than niggas like you that talk about them niggas. You feel me? Like, it's not a lot of niggas that come to the young niggas like, man, what is y'all da. It's more than niggas like, nigga, you gonna let them talk to you like that? It's more of them niggas for real. And then that's what we see on the TV. That's what they see on the movies. And then, I don't know, it probably was different, like, because our age gap, but when I was a certain age, like, I couldn't watch certain movies type shit. I couldn't listen to certain music, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had YouTube or none of this other shit, you know what I'm saying? I assume that it was like that back in the day type shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So, get your ass in the room with grown folks talking, like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, niggas is holding their babies in their arms, smoking weed, watching all that.
Because like, it's the age of the Aquarius, and in the age of the Aquarius, bro, there's nothing that's hidden. Like, when they was like worshiping the golden calf back on Moses' day, because that was the age of the Taurus. Today's time is the age of Aquarius. In the days of Aquarius, there's nothing that's hidden. Everything is out in the open. You can't say like, I didn't know. The information is available.
But
it's available.
The information may be, but also it's this toxic shit that's easy to access, like on YouTube or whatever, or this, and even they making it in the kids shit, like kids riding around with fake guns and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what our generation is seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? So by them nobody is saying don't watch this, don't do this, it's here, watch this, go be quiet and leave it alone, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like what they seeing is what they gonna grow up to see and think is okay and think it's cool.
Because that's a matrix that they have developed for everybody to buy into. That's like this. If I got a Ford Focus, right, and I'm going down the street and I'm in between the lines of the street, right, and then you got a bus. So a Ford Focus, I could take my hand and touch the window, right? Because that's how small the Ford Focus is, right? Yeah. So and on the same line, same street, on the same lane that I'm in, there's a bus with on each side on the bus is 2 seats on each side and the aisle. How is this bus and this Ford Focus in the same lane, fitting in the same lane? And the Ford Focus takes up the lane, right? The car actually takes up the lane. How is a bus that's as wider than the Ford Focus in the same lane as the bus?
You lost me without me.
This nigga freaky. This nigga freaky as fuck.
Tell me.
It's the matrix. You get lost in the matrix. You're not looking at the fact that the bus is up higher and it's overlapping the wheels.
Freaky.
So it's just a matrix that they get us caught up in. The matrix is that all this shit that they tell us that's destroying us is not lifting us, right? The same applications, the same technology, it exists for greatness is in there too. It's all on what you're searching for.
Big facts.
So if your search for majority of all the stuff that's negative, your algorithm is going to be all that stuff.
We got to change the algorithm, nigga.
Drop that. When we do this, drop on the clues bomb. What Charlamagne say? Drop clues bomb for that.
Because I always think about this shit too. Because like I said, we kind of be on the same type of time sometimes. But you said they need to denounce the streets. So gangster rap, like how, like that is such a profitable
prison sentence.
Big facts. Like how we get rid of that though? Like it's. Too many niggas in the hood gonna use gangster rap to get out the hood.
Bro, like I the biggest in the industry, and I'm one of the voices in the industry to say, like, you talk to Jook and them, CMG, like Grip and them, that's my best friend. So CMG and them, Casino, it's just a lot of people in the industry I fuck with a lot of people. The top elite people who people look at as him and them. And I'd be like I was in Atlanta, I'm in Atlanta. I was talking to Thug and them a year and a half, 2 years ago about stopping the beef with Lucci.
Free slime.
I got YFN Lucci brother K and Thug and them on the phone trying to find a way to stop the beef. I'm talking to Gotti about stopping the beef before this shit came out with the Young and Thug and indictment for Sada and Doug. I've been figuring out ways to stop the shit because I already knew what the influence was. It's the music. I've been telling people this, like, you would be bigger, we would make our communities bigger if we found a way to cease it and told them, like, listen, don't take that destruction of sliding with a switch with tinted windows and a track hawk. That's a menu to kill our own people. Like, why don't y'all give them something different than that? Like, that's the weakest shit we gave y'all, and announce to them and be accountable. We gave y'all a bunch of weak ass shit to leave.
That's a fact.
So this is the shit that I talk to the biggest thing. They be like, oh, you know, you different. Like, yeah, I know, I'm different. Like, why y'all can't be different? Y'all need to be different because it's destruction. Yeah. And people is terrified because of shit. And like, even the kids with it is terrified. They are terrified. I'm with them, I'm around them. I put that shit up, and they do
it. Cause you the OG, everybody.
Like, that ain't just, it's just like, it doesn't, it's your energy, bro. Like, if you look best for life, like it's like even with animals. Like, I got deers and all type of shit where I live at, like rabbits and all type of shit, right? They be all in my yard, cause I don't fuck with them. I'll get the fuck on, all that, like it's energy. Like, first off, they took us from earthlings, then they made us humans. Then they made us black people and white people. Then they made us female and male. We're all earthlings on this planet. Everything on this planet has the same desire to thrive without pain and suffering. Every creature that's in existence wants to thrive while it's alive without pain and suffering. That's every creature. Nothing on this planet don't want to do that. We all have the same fucking goal. They got us thinking that we different, like we're bigger than ants. Ants move the roots for the trees. Ants move the dirt for the trees' roots to be able to grow and anchor in the earth and get more nutrients to clean the earth, to clean the air for us to breathe. If it wasn't for the ants moving the soil, the tree roots is not strong enough to move through the earth's clay.
This nigga talking on this.
It's so much stuff that they got us like outside of our brain, away from what we are. Like, we are earthlings. Like, we supposed to care about every fucking thing, which is life.
No, that's what all this shit, the algorithms will say, is to take your mind off of what the shit that really matter, man. Like, niggas don't focus on the shit that really matter, man. You spoke to it, like the support and all of that shit. Like, this shit is getting crazy out here, dog.
And speaking of support though, like, how you say you be on the phone with everybody and you tapped in with the big guys and the elite niggas. Like, how did you even get started, like, tapped in with these niggas? Like, not even just them, like, period, in the music industry. Cause a lot of these niggas, like, your name have been brought up a few times, bro. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, favor is a real thing. Like, and sometimes, like, shit already be written out for you. Like, I got introduced to really the industry as a main thing by a group Self-Made and them here. I went to Atlanta with them with some dancers, and they had different ideas of what the dancers were supposed to do while we in Atlanta or on the road. So the dancers came because of me, and like they like, well, these dudes not own what we own. We not staying with them out here. So since they came with me, they like, you gotta come with us, ain't you? So the dudes left us in Atlanta. You get me? They left us in Atlanta. And me and the dancers had to figure out what we gonna do. So I had I had 4 girls with me. Went to the club, like, look, I got 4 beautiful chicks.
I see where this is going.
You get what I mean? So, that's when BMF and them was going through Atlanta. So now I'm hitting every strip club that's popping, and I'm hearing, because of Detroit being where BMF at. So I'm taking the girls are with me. We going to the strip clubs. Ran into the guys and ran into Clem, Jeezy brother, and he was like, man, I see your ass everywhere. What the fuck you do? Like, shit, promo, because I was still doing Mae West, Stretch Money, everybody from back then, I was taking Hell of a Beats to everybody back then, trying to get the Hell of a Beats heard, because I always knew Hell of a had a sound that we could make it. Yeah. And it's not just Hell of a lot of our other producers here, but Hell of a was somebody, me and him just always was really, really close. So I was taking his beats. They was like, shit, you want to go on tour? I'm like, well, who? He was like, with Jeezy. And then my man and them, we and them that was with Jeezy and Lil Roscoe and them, they was in the club. They like, hell yeah, you should go. So I'm like, when? They like, tomorrow. we in the strip club like 1:30 in the morning. They're like, well, you need to be at the office at 6. So the girls with me, I'm like, look, y'all take I had a charger. Like, y'all take the charger, go back to the house. I'm going on tour. They're like, whoa, like, well, Jeezy. They like, hell no. I was gone. You know what I mean? This before Instagram and all that shit. This like 05, 06. We go on tour. I'm just me. I just came home from prison in 04. I'm just me. Like, I'm happy to be home.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I'm just do stuff. I'm willing to do everything.
Yeah, like, what you need?
You like, go to the radio station? I'll do it. Like, go put these posters up. I'll do it. You go put these, like, go meet people, go to the mall, go to the nail shops, go meet females? Bet. Like, what? They gave me a chain and a car. They're like,
oh yeah, he on.
I can change promoters.
Yeah.
A chain and the US. They gave me the van, the CTE van. You couldn't tell me shit. And per diem. So I had per diem, a car, and a chain.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's the starter kit for
success. And I'm with Jeezy.
Yeah.
The biggest artist in the country.
You said 06, 05?
Yeah, I was going crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I was actually doing magic. Like, I never paid for nothing. I had everything. Every city we went in, the red carpet was ran out. I still have my relationships in every city that we went in because I established that.
Yeah. You gotta do that when you go OT.
So that's how I know. So let me answer your question. That's how I got around. Like, when I was on tour, I just met everybody I can fucking meet, and then I kept in contact. Even when I stopped fucking with Jeezy on music and shit like that, I still was fucking with these towns and shit, because then we from Detroit. Yeah. So I had people here that had interest in a lot of the towns that we was in.
And then that circle back to how you even opened up, like, y'all that really want to do this, like their nightlife, their entertainment, being a host, a DJ, whatever, like, stop looking at shit as, oh, I ain't about to start dick sucking these niggas. Like, nigga, be social, nigga. Like, nigga, network with niggas. Like, this nigga.
Like Jay-Z will say, y'all need to spell the dick sucker shit, because it's not dick sucking.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's only dick sucking people who don't got nothing going on in their life and don't understand that reality is that, like, you have to interact with.
You got to, bro, because you never know who the fuck you gonna bump into. You never know who the fuck you gonna bump into. Nigga, you might bump into a nigga that can solve a problem that you've been trying to solve for years.
The world is very, very, very small. So please don't be on fuckery. Look, I was on fuckery before. I did a lot of shit. Like, listen, I took shit. I got homeboys like my homeboy Smack and different other people. Like, they have never done nothing wrong to nobody, and they just 100 ass people. I have to.
You said Smack?
Yeah, my homeboy Smack.
Like
Smack.
But, like Smack DVD.
No.
Oh, I was saying. Okay. I was
So you didn't say Smack.
No, one. Okay. I'm gonna just say one then.
Okay, for sure. My bad, Smack.
He is a 100 person. He don't be on no fuckery, nothing like that. I didn't happen to be that. I evolved into being a greater version of myself. I've been on whole shit. Like, I was in trauma when I came home from prison. So I felt like people owed me. I felt entitled. I felt hurt.
You on your Lamar shit from BMF?
I let you play yourself. I was playing chess. If you didn't do what you
was supposed to do,
or not supposed to do, if you presented yourself to be and gonna be something, one thing to me, and you didn't, you turned that around. Because a lot of niggas thought, because I just came home, they didn't know my reputation, or they didn't know who I really was.
Yeah.
in the sense of how much favor I already got. I just didn't have the material shit. But I'm highly favored because I came from prison.
Yeah.
And who I was in prison and then what I went to prison for. So a lot of people didn't know, like, new people was meeting me, just thought I might be just a average guy. I was 30 when I came home. Like,
damn,
so
you gonna put the old nigga on.
He cool.
No, I'm saying, the niggas that don't know you, like,
I was 30 though. Like, no, I was talking about those people of my age and stuff.
I thought you were talking about all the young niggas that didn't know.
Not the young niggas. Young niggas always was 100. Like, it was always the older guys. So they'll feel one kind of way, but then they see, like, it doesn't matter what I don't got. What I got inside is bigger than whatever material you got. Like, I've been able to go to the club with 10 and 15 chicks. You know what I mean? I've been like my life. And I ain't had the money to fund that shit. But I had the mentality to get 10 or 15 of the beautifulest chicks out and about, and we gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean? So
you know it's hard.
It's not.
I put that out there.
I had my family. A lot of me, my family. I would use my family. They want to go out anyway, and they already like that. So bet I'm gonna be out, and I'm protecting y'all.
Yeah, right.
You get what I mean? Like, I'm out with my family, looking. They want to look like this anyway. This is how they dress anyway. So I'm gonna go out with my family and they friends, and I'm gonna protect it. But in people's mind, they didn't know what the fuck I was on.
Yeah.
They were thinking like, oh, he's on this, he on that. That's what Jeezy and them thought. That's what a lot of people thought. It walked me through the door. When I was on no pimp shit, you could talk to all the dancers. I never took their money. Another they would like help with gas, help with the rental car. Like, we had damn near split all that shit, and I was still doing my shit. But the people perception, it just wasn't us for us to change what you think.
Yeah.
Like, you mean you think this shit because you think it. Like, I ain't
and it's working, so fuck it, keep thinking.
Yeah,
you feel me?
You know, there's people like been thinking I was rich for years, bro. Like, I just started figuring out money thing. I really only started caring about money, bro, when coronavirus happened, bro.
Yeah, you needed that shit.
Really, this baby right here, when I got this baby, she didn't want to change my life. Like,
talk your shit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what changed me into like, oh, I need to have something for, because even for my children, I even never knew for them because I was fucked up. I was in trauma about all the whole shit that went on in life. Like, a lot of us is trauma, y'all. Y'all got to figure out a way to heal the trauma. That's what you got to do. This what it is. Like, point at it and say, that's what is trauma. Because that's what we got to come out of, our grief and our trauma. So I was in trauma. And I had to notice, like, my man Monster was like, bro, we went in trauma. I'm like, oh, bet. Let me get out this trauma and get out my way, because I didn't even care about I didn't even care about living.
Yeah.
You want 11 years without no cheese.
One of the keys to that trauma.
I'm saying, but like, you ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got bills in there, you ain't got rent in there, like, you know what I'm saying?
It just wasn't about the bills. It was just like, I didn't care about nothing when I came home. Like, I just didn't care. Like, I'm just gonna wing it. And like, shit just was unfolding for me. Like, I got with Jeezy, I just was winging it. Out of time with strippers, like, you mean dancers, like, you know what I mean? I was just winging it. Got with Jeezy, and just got with Jeezy, then I met Wayne and them, then I fuck with Yo Gotti and them, and then me and Yo Gotti and his family, and then my family was happened to be I'm from Macon, my family from Macon, happened to be Jeezy Security in Georgia, Macon, Georgia. My blood family is from Macon. Jeezy Security was my cousins. They had the same last name. So it just, they put me right with my family. The universe put me right with my family. You know what I mean?
That's lit.
So,
the key to that trauma shit, though, like, in my eyes, though, is like just figuring out how you are the problem and just sorting through that shit. Like a lot of people don't put the blame on themselves, and if they do that, and kind of like sort through it. Not
but they can't put the blame on themselves when it's been something that inflicted that initial thing.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was going to prison for some shit I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And everybody knew I didn't do it. The judge and everybody, but I wouldn't tell. And then Rosa Parks was involved. So, because Rosa Parks was involved.
Did you just
wait?
The Rosa Parks?
Like, please break that down, because
I knew this nigga was gonna name drop today. I knew this nigga is involved with a lot of people.
Wait a minute,
but
what?
fucking Rosa Parks, nigga.
Like, please tell me that's slang for something.
Yeah, it's slang for, it was an illusion as they pulled over your eyes with that lady.
Oh,
but
shit.
it's cool. So I lived on Wildermere. Between Jerry Road and Chicago.
Oh yeah, I was right down there on Pingree.
So I'm P-Town. I'm P-Town. So listen, I lived 5 houses from Rosa Parks. I grew up on the street. She was older, of course, but I grew up on a block 5 houses from her. My play sister and them lived across the street, Marvin Gaye and them niece. Marvin Gaye brother's children and Marvin Gaye brother lived across the street, right? Directly across the street from Rosa Parks. So Marvin Gaye, Rosa Parks, Anita Baker and them all used to be on our block. So as years went on, we got like 15, 16, some people moved next door to Rosa Parks. They wasn't from our hood. Our neighborhood was like Linwood, Dexter. If you not grew up over there, it's not kind of like the place you just move into. And especially if you move into trying to be on some shit that motherfuckers
already going.
Especially back then, like right after the YBI era, we still was thriving in that mentality. So they got into it or said something, dudes didn't take to them, they little different way or whatever. And it was kind of up, it was up there. And so they got drunk one day, and I'm on my sister in the porch, and we had them lights in the middle of the yard with the globe. So they was drunk and they was slapping the lights down. I'm like, hey, that ain't a good idea, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't gonna be a good idea, you know? They like, nigga, fuck y'all, this is fuck. He's like, nah, fuck all that. This like, niggas around here gonna start getting caps in their head. I'm like, who? Not you, ain't you? Your homeboy now. I'm like, that's the same thing. Like, so it was like, we'll beat your ass. Okay, they got to walking up. I had a pistol on me. They took off. I won in my brain. My sister told dude, like, what happened? They like, oh, they out here. A few days later, I live next door to Rosa Parks. A few days later, they went over there and sprayed it. Sprayed them. And then they sprayed it. Irma Henderson, the city council lady, was in the house talking to Rosa Parks when it happened. Damn. They called Stanley Knox, the chief of police.
This is crazy right here.
Somebody gotta go. Who was this about? We got into it with Onion last week. Pick Onion up. Pick me up. You gonna tell them who did it? No.
It wasn't me.
Charged me. Get out on bond. They coming like, hey, you know, all you gotta do is Rosa Parks, bro. Like, you gotta go. I'm like, you saying that Rosa Parks and that didn't get hurt or nothing, life is she's scared is more important than my mama life. And did you see what they just did to them people? You want me to tell on the people who did that? And my mama lived 5 houses down. It's obvious they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So what makes you think they finna give a fuck about somebody who finna tell on them? Right?
Yeah.
Now y'all see how y'all feel about that part?
Sheesh.
Let me show y'all some real shit though. Fuck that part. That's the weakest part of life. The realest part is this. The street niggas in my neighborhood, the bosses, the OGs who knew what was going on, who knew me, knew what kind of kid I was, child I was, who endorsed me being a good kid. I went to special Spark schools, you know what I mean, for SEL children, right? Why didn't the bosses and the real G's and OGs be like, y'all did this crime.
Do the time.
Y'all go do this time. Not when I went to the niggas who did it and they barked at me and I wasn't even cut like that. I'm like, oh, let me go check this just to trial because I'm not going back and talk to them at all because they just, and I know what they capable of. You know what I mean? So it's not for me, who wasn't this kind of animal at that time, to have that conversation with them. But the OGs and the bosses in the hood dropped the ball, and they always drop the ball. And that's why I say this shit need to be denounced, because there's no proper way, because y'all niggas don't be doing what y'all supposed to do. It shouldn't be people put up on a chopping block and sacrifice, and they're not like that. They don't even know what goes on in there, bro. Like the people who do know who goes on in there, like bro, it's people in there really getting curved out in life. They're getting curved out. I happen to be special because I didn't tell, so I had people like embrace me and protected me from it. But I watch people I walk in there with leave there not what they supposed to be.
The streets is dead. The fuck?
shit.
Hey man, I have never heard nobody break that shit down like how you just broke that shit down, my guy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So listen,
go ahead. This is it. I gotta have a hot take question real quick because it was a clip real quick. I think it was on Vlad TV or some shit like that. The nigga that snitched on
the strong snitch.
I don't know what it was. He snitched on some niggas that was dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his partners did some shit.
Baby brother, Cash Money's brother.
Yeah. So you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this.
What would you do in that situation?
I'm gonna say this. Like I lost one of the biggest artists in Detroit. Not lost him like to death, but I lost him to the ideology of what this street shit is. That's Project Paccino. Like we had built Project Paccino up to be like, he was damn near the biggest artist at the time until T Grizzly had came home. Project Paccino had got shot 5 times at a car wash, and they rushed him to the hospital in his van. And when he got there, they went the wrong way. I had to turn around or something because the street was blocked off. So by the time he got there, the police had met him there, and the police had the footage from the car wash. And they wouldn't let Project go into the operating room until he say like it was due. You get what I mean? So then when he got after he got shot and shit, he had already pointed dude out. You know what I mean? So he in the hospital, drugged up or whatever. They come back like you saying, you know, police come back like, you know, that's dude. He signed that shit, right? Like, cause he don't know if he gonna die. What's gonna happen? He got shot 5 times with a .357.
Yeah.
4 times in the stomach, 1 in the ass. You know what I mean? So, and he got 5 kids. Like, man, he used to talk. So I told him to get in front of it, but he just didn't. Cause he was like, the street should understand, you know, certain shit. Then he went to court and was like, I only said that shit because the police was making me say that shit. I don't know who the fuck shot me.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me go into surgery. Dude got off of the armed robbery case. You know what I mean? He had got caught with a pistol while he was going to see his probation agent, so he went to prison for that. But the streets, then he sent the paperwork in saying like Project told. I understood the dynamic, but it destroyed a career that could have helped this city, even like how Ray and them helping this city now, because it wasn't a truth in the reality of how people view it as telling. Everybody ain't took 5 shots. I never took 5 shots.
Facts.
I didn't tell, right, on the case, right? But I can't tell you right now, if y'all go do something, like right now, if y'all shot the cameraman, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. My daughter, and Kobe right there. We witnessed it. And they like, you a part of it then. You got a record. Man, y'all asses out of here. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Out of here. You hold my daughter, my friend, and with that terror of what you did right in front of us, and we ain't have nothing to do with that shit. I ain't for us. We ain't gonna fuck y'all.
No, big facts.
Fuck y'all, and I'll beef with y'all.
That's what.
Real.
That's facts.
Like I'm really a beef. Like I really show y'all what beef is. You want to try to hold me? Like I'll show y'all, but I'll be like, yes, them whole ass niggas shot him right in front of us like some bitches. Like you could have waited, nigga. Like I told y'all right on stand. Like y'all could have waited. Y'all should have never did that shit in front of my children and me. Never. Like I had nothing to do with that shit. That's the fuck it is.
Hey, I think it was some people in my car before, and they had like something. I'm like, look, I ain't saying you can't ride, but nigga, if we get pulled over, nigga, hey, this your shit. I didn't know it was here. You done told me that before. You done told me that before, bro. I'm for real.
I got into it in jail.
I'll let you know though.
I got into it in jail because I said that shit. Like, so if you go back out there and niggas do something again, I'm not coming back in here for nobody.
For nobody.
I'm not coming back to jail for nobody. There's nothing cool about that shit. Can't no nigga. Nigga, me and my oldest daughter relationship fucked up right now because I went to prison, bro.
That's pain.
Flat the fuck out, bro.
That's
I relationship fucked up. I went to prison. I came home in trauma. And I said some whole ass shit to my daughter. Just said it, not did nothing. And it still haunts us to this day. Like you said some horrible shit to me. You know what I mean? No sexual shit, no shit like that. Just some whole shit that I should have never aggressive to my daughter. You know what I mean? To where it affects her like to this day. Like we still fucked up. And I feel fucked up about it.
Yeah.
And it's because of prison, the streets, all this monkey ass shit they got us buying into because some people got their foot on our necks. Like We not this way because we want to be this way, because I don't want my baby to live and see and endure none of the shit that I've done, my family done, the females in my family that was horrible or that the streets denote. I don't want my baby to ever endure that shit, to see it, to live it, to experience it. And most of us don't want none of the people to live it just like that. That lets you know that we know that there's some whole shit. Because if our children can live out of the children like Bel Air and all that stuff,
why we don't want to live
shit,
like us?
We would want that shit. Like if my daddy was Russell Simmons or Master P, I would want that shit if it took me away from this environment that didn't allow me to excel till I figured out how to excel. Like it could have trained me to excel at a young age.
We behind the eight ball.
I had to go through hell because my people didn't know how to excel. They had people with their foots on their necks in the 70s and 60s. They didn't know what the fuck to do. They was just coming out of shit that we can't even understand today, but we can because it's in front of our face now. They still killing our people and we ain't doing shit. Niggas gang banging, ain't doing shit. They dropped a nigga 70 times. I don't know why that shit ain't what it supposed to be. Like how the fuck did they shoot a kid 60 and 70 times and nobody went after Zimmerman? That's all I'm gonna say. Like I don't know how this shit keep going on and on. Like one person can't do it, but it's gotta be a collective of motherfuckers. Since y'all want to sacrifice yourselves and slide with switches on anybody that harms like your people or disrespects somebody. How about these people that's doing the horrendous shit? You want to slide.
But they'd rather slide about, somebody mess with their baby mama or their girlfriend or, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Oh, he owe you a couple bands and shit like that. But the shit that really matter out here. And
I ain't saying that's the answer, because it's not the answer, because karma is karma and that energy coming back. But I'm just saying this, like, what the fuck is we doing? How the fuck we got legs and won't stand up? And how the fuck they got legs and can't stand us?
Hey, was you a rapper at one point? Because that was a ball.
that was Blue Street Lottery shit. I was just song.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have a whole bunch of rap quotes. That's all I do is listen.
That shit. And that's, matter of fact, say that one more time.
How the fuck we got legs and won't stand up? And how the fuck they got legs but can't stand us?
That's how we leaving on that shit. Tell them where they can follow you at on Instagram.
Don't follow me. Follow yourself.
Well, I'm the wild boy of the city, man. DJ out of control.
It's very room Spooty AK, the neighborhood supporter.
And this the nigga that don't want to be followed, but tapped in with everybody. So you gotta be one of the people. Like you gotta know the secret knock at the door. That's how you get in touch with this nigga. You feel me? Let's meet the connect, man. We out of here.